Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News. Now the pleasure to be joined by trainer Paul Stevenson. Paul, how are you ahead of Andrew Cain's British title opportunity, mate?
Feeling good, you know. Andrew's trained well. He's in great shape actually. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Definitely, mate. Obviously, we've just seen the first face-to-face. I don't think Ashley Lane knew what he was in for, saying that Andrew he was ready to go now instead of Saturday. What did you make of the face-to-face just there with him and Andrew?
He took his life into his own hands there. Some people you don't provoke, you know what I mean, and thankfully Andrew just gave him a little chokey and didn't. I've seen him clean people out for less, you know. So lucky old Ash.
Definitely, and obviously Everton Red Triangle gets a new British and Commonwealth champion on Saturday night. Yeah,
definitely. We take nothing for granted. We work hard for everything we get, but Andrew Cain, I think, is going to be a world champion. He's an outstanding boxer, great puncher. And this will be a great, I think, platform for him, and let's bring that belt home, you know.
Definitely as well. I want to move on to the new world champion in the stable, Nick Ball, WBA Featherweight world champion. I mean, should be unified world champion in my opinion, but what a night in Saudi for you guys in the gym.
Yeah, it was the best night ever, that, you know, just airing that and the new, you know, champion of the world, and so proud of Nick and that lifetime achievements he's made already, but now he's got to go on and make defences, you know, and defend what's his, and, you know, make his fortune, you know, be great.
Definitely as well. He seems a bit of a fan favourite with the Saudis in Riyadh as well. Do you think we'll see a defence there, or do you think we'll get a chance to unify?
I'd love to go back out there with Nick, because they do love him out there, and I think wherever Nick goes, you know, he gets mobbed. I was in the B&Q last night, and the security guard staring at me. I don't see staring at, and he said, "I'm sorry for staring at you." He said, "I just seen who I just know who you are, so I just wanted to say well done with Nick." That's just me. Nick gets that everywhere he goes. You know, people love him the way he is. Saudi, they love him out there. The people out there are nice, and we like it out there, and he's a firm fan favourite out there. He likes to place up, doesn't he? Brings excitement.
He definitely does as well. I love having a chat. I need to get Nick Ball back on Zoom as well. I loved speaking to Nick as well. I do want to move on to Peter and Joe McGrail continuing their ascent. Peter, great win against Mark Leach in Liverpool headlining. Joe back out on the Catchwell Pro Grey undercard as well.
Yeah, Joe's out in an 8-rounder. Be great to see him back out. He's had a couple of injuries, so that's good. And Pete's back out. Looking at it's just getting confirmed now, but he'll be back out soon before Christmas, and hopefully, you know, it hasn't been confirmed, but hopefully we're looking for the rematch with it, you know, that kid who beat him in America. So fingers crossed. But they're great talent, those two lads, and, you know, they're looking in great shape. So here we go, you know.
Definitely. With obviously Peter got a great win against Mark Leach. Definitely from a domestic scene, it was probably a better win than Jericho Quinn. But you guys are fully set on putting that wrong right soon.
I hope so. I think it's a good match, you know, and I would like that it to go that way, but let's just see. Mark Leach, a good fighter, I'd like to say, and really gave a great account of himself, and, you know, he really stuck in there, and, you know, hats off to him. Yeah, the Jericho Quinn, let's just see what happens with that one, but we, you know, from our end, Pete wants to put that one right, you know, and there's a fight he was winning, he was boxing well in, and it's on the verge of, you know, getting a stoppage himself, I think, but that's boxing, so now it's time to put things right, isn't it?
Definitely, and Brad Strand as well, obviously bouncing back from the loss to Dennis McCann. I say this to everyone, didn't disgrace himself in that fight. We spoke off camera a few weeks ago, just didn't really get going against Dennis McCann for the British title.
No, I think Brad would say that himself. He didn't show what he's capable of, not fully, but towards the end he just found his way, and but it was just too little too late for Brad. So what he's got to do now is, Brad's an outstanding fighter. He was sparring in the gym yesterday. I was speaking to Anthony Humphreys, my co-trainer, and I was saying, wow, you forget how good Brad is, you know, in that the sparring and spar for a while. He's had an injury, but yeah, big things for Brad, you know. He's just waiting on confirming dates for him now, and then he can be back on the scene, and he'll learn from that fight with Dennis McCann. I think he got a lot of confidence from the end of it, realising, you know, going to 12 rounds for the first time and everything else. So fingers crossed for him. He'll be some fighter, Brad.
Definitely as well. Final fighter in the gym, and just in case if I've missed anyone out, Boma Brown. I always say if you ever see a photo of Boma Brown next to everyone else in the Everton Red Triangle, it's quite a funny sight. But I mean, very, very talented heavyweight in the stable.
Yeah, big puncher coming through, and he's learning fast. You stood next to those boxers you talk about, and you train alongside them. They just drag each other along, and anyone who we allow into that environment, like Boma, obviously is one of ours. They just it's sink or swim in the training. You really have to go for it, and it's been the making of Boma, and he's getting better and better, and predict big things for him. Heavyweights, you never know what's just around the corner, do you, with the heavyweights? So let's see.
Definitely look forward to seeing Boma Brown back as well. Paul, obviously you have an amateur gym as well in the Everton Red Triangle. Talk to me, which amateurs are kind of, I see on your Instagram, they're winning titles as well every week by week, but kind of very exciting times with the amateurs even coming through as well.
Yeah, there's some great ones. We've got one young boxer called Alfie Satchel, 3-time national champ. He's boxed for England. Real outstanding boxer. His dad was Kevin Satchel, who was British champion at the club. I trained Kevin since he was 12 and Alfie since he was probably 7 or 8 really. He's been around. Great story. Then I have Lucas Botswana, who's just won the ABAs, senior ABAs.